Hey guys, this video is for our kindergarten through 4th grade for December week 1. How is it December? It's crazy. All month long we have kind of a different life app. This month our life app is Christmas, celebrating Jesus, God's greatest gift. And our memory verse is, it's a good one. It's one that hopefully we already know. Okay, here's how it says. God loved the world so much that he gave his one and only son. Anyone who believes in him will not die, but will have eternal life. John 3:16. Sorry, I was looking because it's a little bit different version than probably what most of us memorize because it's the NIRV. So, this month, let's see, I'll do this one first. So, it says, for many of us, Christmas lights are the best and brightest part of the Christmas celebrations. It doesn't matter if it's the high-rises in the big city or the houses lining Main Street. When the lights come out, it is a wonderland. People celebrate big at Christmas because there's someone big to be celebrated. The best gift God ever gave us was Jesus. And because of Jesus, it's possible for us to have a relationship with God that will last forever. So this year, as we remember the Christmas story, we take time to celebrate the greatest gift the world has ever known. Boys, go to a different spot while I'm doing this. Okay, so this week we are hearing the story of Elizabeth and Zachariah from Luke. They are John the Baptist's parents. And our bottom line is celebrate because God can do anything. So in our first week, we go to Luke chapter 1, where we find Zachariah and Elizabeth. They were unable to have children. On top of that, they were older, and having a child of their own seemed impossible. Then one day, an angel came to Zachariah and told him that he would indeed have a son, and that son would prepare the way for the promised one, Jesus. Zachariah and Elizabeth learned that anything is possible with God. So our bottom line, celebrate because God can do anything. Much of what we celebrate at Christmas is an incredible reminder that God can be trusted no matter what. When all seems hopeless, God comes through. God makes what seems impossible possible. And no matter what we face in life, we can find joy and celebrate that God is at work and can help us through our circumstances. So, also, our leader guides, we're going back old school. They're a little bit different this week. I actually love this format so much better. I just haven't gotten back in the habit of doing it. But here's what everything looks like. So here's all the story and bottom line. Trip, go for everything. Sorry. Mom life. So group huddle in the garage door room for adults and in the kindergarten room for our teens at 8:20 and 10:20. It's a great time of prayer, coffee, and donuts. Boys, I don't want to hear the ball bouncing. Go in a different room. Go. Okay. And then just prepare. Make sure that you're in your small group room by 8:30 and 10:30. Make sure you've got your materials ready to go. Then pre-service, as kids start to roll in at 8:40 and 10:40, all you're going to need is these garland strands. They have elves. The boys picked those out today. So I have 2 per room, and make it personal. So as kids enter, welcome them, and be sure that you know everybody's name. Ask them if they started decorating for Christmas yet. Sorry, I'm leaning to the side. And then help first-time guests to feel welcome and comfortable. And then have kids pick a word out of the bag. Oh, shoot, I forgot the words. Sorry, they're in the other room still. So the words are just different things, like Christmas tree and ornament, all different kinds of stuff. So they're going to pick the word, and they're going to try to make that shape using the garland, okay? And have kids take turns as more kids come in. If you have lots of kids, you'll have 2 sets of garlands. You can start 2 different groups. And then you'll just close this activity. You're going to do this just as kids come in all the way until a large group starts. So when it's time to go to a large group at 10 after, you're going to say, guys, I am so excited for Christmas. I love all the lights and decorations. And then just ask them, what's your favorite outside Christmas decoration? And then say, I know there are 20 more days until Christmas, and I expect quite a celebration. Well, we're going to go to large group and hear about 2 people who had an unexpected reason to celebrate. So you're going to take your kiddos down to the large group room. At large group, just sit with your small group, help them to worship and listen. When you get back from large group at 9:40 and 11:40, you're going to do this activity called Light It Up. So you're going to separate your group into 2 different teams. And you're going to give each team a group of these cards. So these cards kind of go through the story. Zachariah is chosen to go to the temple. Zachariah meets an angel. Zachariah and Elizabeth pray for their kids. So there's 8 cards. So you'll give each kiddo a card or 2, depending on how many kids you have, or you might need to partner kids up. You'll have 2 groups, and you're going to pass out a card to each kid and tell them they can't switch pictures. And then on the other end, you're going to have taped to your wall A Christmas tree. So kids are going to run down one at a time, take their picture and tape it onto the Christmas tree and tell them to kind of spread it out. And they're wanting the first thing to go at the top of the tree and the last thing to go at the bottom of the tree. So they can kind of zigzag it around. So they're going to kind of need to leave space because they don't necessarily know what order their picture is in. So the first kid has it the easiest. They're just kind of guessing. The other kids are going to have to try to plug in their pictures in the right spot. So after all the lights are on their tree, if any of the pictures are out of order, kids can take turns running up and moving one picture at a time. And the first team with the Christmas tree that has their lights all in order wins. And you're just going to say, guys, these are some snazzy looking trees. Most Christmas trees have lights like these, but what else do we usually put on trees? That's right, ornaments. Sometimes ornaments remind us of something special. Does anybody have a special ornament at their house that they could tell us about? And let kids share if they have a special ornament. I know my kids do. Elizabeth and Zachariah didn't have a Christmas tree, but I'm sure they kept some special things to remind them of all the important events that happened to them that year. So then you're going to kind of point at these pictures as you talk about them. Zachariah met an angel, and then he couldn't speak. Elizabeth was finally expecting a baby after all those years. And then they had a little boy named John. And who was baby John related to? That's right, he was related to Jesus. And even before the Christmas celebration started, before the star and the angels and all the excitement, God was working on his rescue plan. He started with an unexpected mom and dad and proved that there is nothing God can't do. And at Christmas and all year, we can celebrate because God can do anything. God's like the king in this story Jesus told, and he will... Oh, I think I forgot to take that line out. Oops, scratch that line. That was left over from a copy and paste. Okay, just kidding. Take that one out. All right. Then, so that's your review activity, is the pictures on the trees. Then for the memory verse activity, again, you're going to divide your group into 2 teams, and each team will get a set of cups that have the little pieces from the memory verse on them, and you're going to put these cups like bowling pins. We just did this a week or 2 ago. And underneath each cup, if you'd like to, you can crack a glow stick and put a glow stick underneath the cup and turn the lights off in your room. And then you can put a glow stick in the ornament, and you are going to go bowling with the ornament to try to knock the cups over. So first off, you're going to use these navigation tips to help your kids look up John 3:16 in their Bibles. So open to the table of contents, find the book of John, help them turn to that page, tell them that the big number, the 3, is the chapter, and then the little number is 16 for verse 16, and help them look up John 3:16. And then practice the verse with the motions that we did at the beginning of the video. And then you're going to kind of unpack the verse. God so loved the world. That means that God loved us so much that he sent his own son to earth to live among us and then later die for our sins. So then have the teams line up at each end, arrange your cups like bowling pins, and then give each team a ball and turn out the lights. And at your signal, the first kid on each team will roll the ball to knock down as many pins as possible. Kids take turns, and then once they've got it all knocked down, or every kid's had a turn, they can put their verse in order and read their verse. And then just closing it down by saying, John 3:16 tells us that God loved the world so much that he sent his son Jesus. And that's what Christmas is all about. Christmas is celebrating Jesus, God's greatest gift. So remember to celebrate because God can do anything. And then to close it down in prayer, you just need that garland from the opening activity, and you're going to have kids help you make a heart or 2 hearts with your 2 sets of garlands as large as you can. And you're going to seat your kids around or inside the hearts. I'm sure the boys will love this. And you're going to take a picture of your group, and you can text it to me, and we'll share it on social media just to kind of talk about what we're learning about this month. And as kids are in the heart, remind them, Trip, this Christmas, celebrate because God can do anything. Henry, this Christmas, celebrate because God can do anything. And then just close down in prayer. So that is it for this week, guys. We've got some Christmas tree decorating. We've got some bowling. We've got some garland shape making. It's going to be a great week. It's looking festive in our buildings. I am so grateful to all of you for serving. Thank you for all that you do. Henry's testing out the bowling right now. So grateful for you guys. Oak Ridge City, thank you for all that you are doing at the city. Oak Ridge Arnold, you guys are amazing, and we'll see you on Sunday.